Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's mid-November, and I came out here about 40 miles west of where I live in Queens, down to Long Island, looking for peak foliage. I think I've missed it, at least here. Back in Queens, it's beautiful. Everything is red and gold and green. Here, as you look behind me, at least in the lowland area, it's kind of dead. It's a little bit different further up the hill, and maybe that's where I'm going to head to see if I can catch at least a little bit of color. Otherwise, I'll try again back in Queens. So let's take a look at what's behind me. So now, as you look uphill, you can see how much red color there is from the oak trees at the top of the ridge. So I'm going to head up that way and see if I can catch anything worth shooting. And hopefully this won't be kind of a lost excursion. Otherwise, I may head back to Queens and see where I can capture somewhere more local to where I live. I found my first composition a bit further up the path. It's a straightforward shot of the trail leading through the woods in a gentle S-curve towards the clearing, an almost stereotypical image of autumn. I recorded myself as I framed the shot and marked the spot where I would set up the tripod. However, I didn't hit record before discussing the setup beside my camera, hence this lengthy B-roll. I used my 24-105 lens at the long end to get distance from the subject, which causes compressed perspective and also crops out the white sky. Okay, I think I've got another composition. Basically what caught my eye as I came along the path was this lichen-covered tree, the golden tree behind it, which I think, well, I'm not quite sure what kind of tree it is. Might be a poplar, I'm not sure, but anyway, this tree here and the tube right behind it, and with the middle of it having this golden foliage. And there's some red foliage right in front that makes kind of an interesting foreground, but really it's about the lines formed by the three lichen-colored trees. And so what I'm going to do, I've got this framed up vertically. Where I have the tripod standing right now, actually the ground is very soft. It's got a lot of leaf litter here, and I'm trying not to disturb the camera as much as possible. So there's two things I'm going to be doing. One is focus bracketing, but the other one is I'm going to use the automated focus bracketing feature in this camera rather than doing it manually, because of the fact that I don't want to disturb the camera at all. And since there's a slight breeze, there might be a little bit of leaf movement, but the camera will shoot it so fast that hopefully the focus shots will be close enough together once I time when the breeze dies down that I'll be able to get some decent exposures. So first thing I had to do is focus on one of the foreground plants right there. Leave the autofocus on. As soon as the leaves die down, I'm going to trigger the set of exposures, and hopefully this will work out. My settings right now are f14, ISO 100 and 1/10 of a second. It's looking like it's pretty good in a second. So I'm just going to wait for the breeze to die down, take the shot, and you'll see the result coming up. Hopefully this is going to work, because again, I haven't really used the automated focus bracketing on this camera too much. I prefer to do it manually, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. All right, so here goes. Squeeze it down, let's go. All right, I had to step back to make sure my shadow wasn't in the shot. So I'm going to take that one more time. All right, the light is going quickly, and the park closes in about less than an hour, so I'm gonna have to take this one last shot before I leave, but I think I have a good one. Kind of a little detail image. Basically, I was passing by and I saw this log, which looks like this tree may have been struck by lightning because it looks like it's been burned. Obviously, it's been here a long time, and what caught my eye was just the patterns formed by kind of the warping of the bark and the rotting wood underneath where it's been kind of exposed. So I'm going to take this I'm going to grab this shot. I did, in full transparency, want to add a little dash of color, so I took an oak leaf that was over here and I just moved it over here.
How dare you!
Just as a kind of a counterpoint to the dead-looking bark. So, you know, I'm not the first nature photographer to move an element in the image, and I'm not the last. But in any case, I think this is going to work out pretty well. I've invoked automated focus stacking again because since it's kind of a close-up shot, I'm going to take a lot of images at f11. I moved my ISO up to 200 and my exposure is a half a second. So let's take this right now, see how many exposures I can get. Because I set it for a maximum of 20 images, and hopefully this will have worked out. I use, you know, by shooting at f11, hopefully any parts of the composition that are not in focus will not be too much out of focus, and it'll stitch easier in Photoshop. And this is a good thing for the automated feature of focus bracketing to be used in macro shots, because you want to have because as close as you are to the image or to your subject, the less depth of field you have at a given f-stop. So even at f11, I've got very little depth of field. So I really need to have a lot of shots focused pretty close together in order to get an image that's going to be fairly passable. So you're going to see my final result right after this. All right, friends, I think I'm going to make that an episode. It's about a half hour before the parking lot closes, so I've got to get out of here. I hope you liked what you saw. If you want to see more, please give me a like and a subscription. Hit the notification bell, it's right down here. And that'll let you know that the next time I'll upload, you'll see it right away. Please give me any comments that you have, any interaction that you have with me and I have with you on YouTube will tell the algorithms that my content is interesting, and hopefully other people will get to see it. So until next time, bye for now. All right, the light is going quickly. It's about an hour and a half before sunset, and the park actually closes in 45 minutes, so I'm going to have to get out of here, and I'm cutting the top of my head off. First, I'll do my selfie. Okay, enough of that.